If there's one power that a lot of people would like to get, and that's the ability to find out what the other person's thinking. So in this video, we're also going to include what feelings your body, what signals your body sends you that your mind can't catch, that they really prioritize you, and what are the signals that your body tells you and sends you that the person doesn't appreciate you. And these signals are more accurate than the person's words and the person's action, because these signals are your body's unconscious judgment of all the evidence it's gathering against this person unconsciously, because your body catches things that your mind just doesn't. And those instincts are more accurate. It may not look accurate because it's abstract. Those signals are a lot more accurate because the things that your unconscious body and unconscious mind catches from people, the observations, there's no ego involved. So there's no distortion. There's no bias behind it. It's just pure raw data that if you just learn how to decode it, which is how I'm going to show you in this video, people can't play you. You just can't. You just have to realize that the mind plays tricks on you. Don't forget, we're having 60% off all of my courses using the coupon code MINDFUL, and 30% off my one-on-one sessions using the coupon code MINDFUL. This ends at the end of the month. You can purchase all of my courses, including Emotional Mastery and Charisma Blueprint, which is my new courses. Okay, let's continue with the videos. We all have had those moments when we could just get inside of somebody's head so that we can relieve the feeling that we're feeling. Sometimes people's inconsistencies, sometimes people's behavior, sometimes people's erratic nature can discomfort us and throw us off kilter. And what causes that is the uncertainty of whether or not the person whom we're talking to really likes us. Why? Because unfortunately, your biggest enemy isn't really your friend over there, isn't really Tyrone, the personal trainer, isn't really Melissa, the white girl. No. They're not your enemy. Your biggest enemy is your mind.
Well, what about your predatory friend? Oh, that's pretty bad too. The friend who stabs you in the back, the person who betrays you, Judas. God, maybe that's the ultimate snake. It's like, well, how about when you betray yourself? Oh, yeah.
A mind that's unobserved, a mind that's not controlled, becomes your enemy. It'll begin to devour you, and it'll begin to tell you to do things that will hurt you, but also it'll feed you thoughts that are of low vibration, and those thoughts usually split you up inside. And that splitting up inside usually happens in the form of, do they like me? Do they really mean what they say? Are they really going to be there? And so observing people to see whether or not they really value us, whether or not they really prioritize us, is very hard to find out through just focusing on what they say to us. So if you can't really find out how much somebody values you through the words, what can you do? Because a lot of the times their actions can be confusing. So you're only left with one thing that is under your control, which is your emotions. Let me tell you something. You know how you have some diseases, you may not exactly find out that this person has the disease, but you can find out the symptoms. You may not see exactly the virus, but if you just look at the symptoms, you could kind of triangulate what the person really has. And you could also kind of triangulate how the person feels about you by how they make you feel. So let's talk about what those feelings are, because a lot of times your body knows what the person is thinking. You see, your body has knowledge about the universe that you just don't have. Your body knows its ancestors. Your body knows what its ancestor wanted. Your body knows what it needs. Your mind doesn't, right? You have urges. Your body has urges that have no words, but you act on it and it leads to a certain result. Your body knows what it's doing. The problem is that the signals that the body sends to the mind is not the same signal that the body sends to itself. For example, when you're hungry, you can sense hunger and you know exactly what to do. Why? Because the body is sending a signal to its own self and you're acting on it, on a compulsion. The problem is when the body is sending a signal to the mind and trying to give it and trying to tell it something.
Psychologist Abraham Maslow, who studied a lot of children, for instance, he said that children, they have what he calls impulse voices. And these are voices that say, I like this, I don't like that. They're very clear. They know what they like and what they don't like. Everyone had that because it's the nature of being an infant in this world, right? Because it's natural. It's a voice that's naturally inside of all of us. And then as you get older, you start listening to Mr. Harbinger and Mrs. Harbinger telling you, don't do this, this is what you should behave like this, don't behave like that. And slowly you go through a process where you're not hearing it anymore. You're hearing what teachers tell you. You're hearing what parents tell you. You're hearing what peers are telling you about what's cool, what's not cool. I'm talking about like your career, what you were meant to do. And then you arrive, you're 18, 19 years old, and you haven't a clue because you can't hear that voice anymore. And you're going to try this, that, the other, not based on things that are deep inside of you, but based on what other people have told you should do or what they think is cool.
There's something in between the body and the mind, and that's called the ego, an artificial mountain, an artificial opaque screen that sort of destroy, that sort of you lose that. The ego causes a lot of the message that the body's trying to send the mind to be lost in translation. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys ever want to work with me one-on-one, go to mindforattraction.org. All right, if you guys enjoyed these videos about stoicism, dating, relationships, self-help, moving up in life, I would recommend you guys check out some of my courses that I have for sale. These courses are courses for men and women. For example, Nice Girl, Nice Guy is a course about how to become more assertive. Natural Chemistry is a course for women that I have on how to develop strong relationships. Dark Game is a controversial course that I have for guys on how to attract women in their life and keep it. It's not as dark as it seems, but we do talk about some dark psychology in here. Psychological Game of Attraction is a course that we made for women who are single. And as you see, we have a course about how to develop charisma, emotional mastery, which is a course about how to develop a meditation practice and how to improve your emotional life, to become more resilient, to not let rejection hit you so hard, to be able to bounce back from failure. I have a course called Nice Guy, which is a course for guys who are single and guys who want to be able to develop more assertiveness training, right? Most of these courses come at $99. And there you could also purchase the bundle where you guys can purchase all of the courses in one go at a discounted rate, right? We have a bundle for women and a bundle for men. So click in the description down below to check them out. You could browse around and see the courses that you like. And if you don't like them, you guys can ask for a 30-day money-back guarantee, and I'll give you guys the money back, okay? And in fact, we actually have a new one for women right now we're developing. It's called The Feminine Woman. So if you're a woman watching, this course is specifically to help women become more feminine, to embrace their feminine while embracing their masculine energy. And I'm actually going to make a course for that, like that for men, which is called the Masculine Man, which is a course on how to develop masculinity and develop masculine energy, to attract women in your life, to attract business success in your life, to be able to be better socializing, to read people better. It's truly an all-around course. So if you guys want to check out those courses, click on the description down below where it says purchase the courses, and I'll see you guys inside. Bye-bye.